Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a mummy makeover using some virgin hair to do a sew-in. So I start off by shampooing, conditioning, moisturizing the hair, making sure all of that foundation is prepared really well. Then I try to center the lace closure as best as possible by finding the center. I'm using those duck-billed clips just to hold the closure in place while I tack it down. And when I'm doing a closure, I go from left to right, left to right. I don't sew all the way around to begin with because that creates lumps and bumps in the closure. All the details about this hair will be left in the description box down below. Please feel free to check out the description box for more information. And now I'm trying to find the center path, and I'm just creating a center path so that I can begin to work on the front of the closure before moving on to the side and then the back. I use water to help me mold down the lace closure. And I do that on both sides of her head. This way you don't have to use glue or tape. And now the last part of the closure, I just sew the back going across, and I find that working with this method is the best method to use because it prevents lumps, and the closure will then come out nice and flat and neat. Once that's done, I tie up the closure and put it out of the way. So to sew the back of the hair, guys, what I do, I start at the nape and I just follow the shape of the person's head and I go around until I get all the way to the top of the closure, and I sew the last track right next to the closure so that I can close everything off. I like to use the blanket stitch method. It's the most secure method to use when sewing. And all that is just looping the needle through the thread when you're sewing the hair on. When I get to the end of the weft, I will loop the needle, I will loop the thread about 3 times to secure it, and then cut it and go in with a new needle and thread to start the new weft or continue the old weft. I hope I'm making sense, guys. So I first learned to do sewings simply by watching other hairdressers whenever I used to go to the hair salon. And then me and my friend, once we got to 6th form, we started practicing on one another. Then once I started watching YouTube, I began to learn more and more, and I continued to practice on myself and close family and friends. So that's just a little fun fact about myself. And I just went in and added some serum and some holding spray, and then took small sections and started straightening the hair one by one, or I should say small section by small section. I used my straightening brush and my Babyliss hair straighteners, and I do about 2 to 3 passes for each small section to make sure the hair is nice and straight. And now I'm going to go in and cut off the excess piece of lace on the lace closure. I like to save this until the end of the sewing process. And I don't like to leave a small piece of lace behind. I like to get rid of everything. And for those of you who do not have a hot comb at home, this is an old school way of flattening the top of somebody's brand new weave, making sure it's nice and flat and smooth at the end. And it's a lot more safe than the iron, which I've seen some people do here on YouTube, which I don't agree with. Now I'm just going in with a razor comb and a sharp hair scissors to create some face framing layers or feathers. And this is just going to add some shape to the hairstyle and to her face. I start from her cheekbones and work my way downwards slowly. And I'm not cutting a lot of hair because this is a straight hairstyle. Now I'm going in with a cheap brown eyeshadow that I found in my local hair and beauty supply store, and it's not a perfect match, so in future I need to get something a bit more brown, and but for now it will do. Try to get something that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your complexion. And this is the styling wax that you guys have seen me use before by VO5. It provides a nice medium hold, it gets rid of flyaways, it's affordable, and you only need a small amount. And this is some VO5 holding spray. Now I'm just gonna go in with some Cream of Nature Snot, which is a stronghold gel, which I really like. A little bit goes a long way also. Once you apply it and brush it in, you just tie the hair down for about 10 or 20 minutes with a silk or satin headscarf. And I'm just experimenting to see if adding the wax gives an extra hold. I have yet to conclude my final thoughts, so I'll let you guys know in a future video. And this is the hairstyle a couple weeks later, once it's been curled and restyled and the curls have dropped. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.